Good morning, everyone. Let's start the second lesson. The second lesson will be talking about the water ecosystem. First of all, we have many water areas that are found on the Earth's surface. We have the river, we have the lake, we have the sea, and we have the ocean. And for the river and lake, they are fresh water. And for the sea and ocean, they are salty water. Okay, so what are the organisms that are adapted to live in this water ecosystem? Mostly they are the fish. So how the fish are adapted to live in the water ecosystem? Adaptation means to live in this place and adapt to their conditions and can live in these conditions. So the fish are adapted to live in the water through parts in its body, just like the fins. It has two fins to allow it to swim easily. They also has the gills, and these gills allow it to breathe under the water. And also it has a smooth body and tail so they can swim easily against the water resistance inside the water. So now we will take three areas. We will take the ocean, we will take the wetland, we will take the coral reef. Inside each area, we must know the type of water. We must know which plant and which animals are adapted to live in this condition, in these conditions. So, first of all, the ocean. For the ocean is a very large. It's a deep area of salt water. Actually, the ocean is very deep. Most of the plants and animals that are living inside the ocean is living near the surface because they are searching for the warmth that comes from the sun. So most of the plants and the algae, what is algae? Algae is a it's a colorful plant that's found inside the ocean. So most of the plants and algae are found, and animals also can find near the surface to find the worms and food from the surrounding place on the sun. And the deep of the ocean is very dark and cold, so very little animals can live only in these conditions. And the animals that are adapted to live in the deep of the oceans, they are having a large eyes like squid and octopus to allow them to see easily in the dark and find their food. Okay. We have a character that's called camouflage. What is a camouflage? Camouflage is the character when you change in your color or blend with the surrounding to hide from your enemies. So it's the shape or color that makes the living thing hard to be seen in the environment. They are blended with the surrounding environment so they can escape from the surrounding enemies. The second place is the wetland. The wetland is covered with shallow water. What's the meaning of shallow water? Shallow water means that it's water with a low depth. We can see the surface of, we can see the bottom easily. So what are the plants and animals that are living there? For the plants, there are lily flower. And for the lily flower, they are standing on the water through their flat leaves. So they have a flat leaves that allow them standing and floating on the surface of the water. We also have like three animals that are living inside the wetland. We have a frog that has a very long tongue to allow to catch the insects. We have an alligator that has strong jaw and sharp to eat or to catch anything. We have a long and strong tail to swim in the water. And the last animals that we have a flamingo that have a long thin legs to allow it to walk in deeper water in the wetland, because in the wetland we may have something that's shallow and may get deeper. So the flamingo has a very long thin legs so they can walk easily inside the wetland. And also it has a beak that's long and sharp so they can catch the fishes. The last area that we have is a coral reef. What's a coral reef? It's one of the most beautiful places inside this world. Coral, they are small, tiny animals, and they are living in a stone-like structure called a reef. So coral is the animals that are living in the stones, which are called reefs. So coral reef is the place with the animals that are living inside it. They grow best in the warm place, worm, W-A-R-M, not just like this one in the booklet. They are also live in a clear and sunny water like in the Red Sea. So you can see this in Gardaqa, if you know it. So coral reef provides shelter for many marine animals, and also this coral reef can be threatened through the pollution. So we must keep it from pollution because it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Thank you so much for watching and hope you enjoyed this session.